Hi, I'm Sean Lewis. I became an immigration attorney because, in my prior experience, I was a heavy metal guitar player in a rock band. I believe we're unfairly treated and unable to actually make it in music. I feel the same way about my clients. The legal system is very tough, and many of our clients are up against the biggest government in the world when they deal with their immigration cases in immigration court. And I think they need help, and I really enjoy providing services to people that really need it most. I think the first case that really solidified my desire to continue practicing law was a case in Memphis with a gentleman from California who completely changed his life and was facing deportation. It was the most complex case I've ever had. We won that case, and I still see the results of winning because his family is still in touch with me almost 20 years later. Our clients expect competent representation. They expect us to know the law and to uncover every stone possible to find every piece of proof possible to win their cases, and that's actually what we do.
So my name is Genesis Santamaria. My father's name is Fabian Ortiz. Working together with Sean was a completely different experience than the last attorney. They didn't really do much for him. It was really discouraging because you go to somebody that supposedly will help you, and in the end, you only manage to get less of what you came with. Whenever we were approved for the visa, we were overwhelmed with happiness. I actually cried because it was something that we didn't think we would ever get. Our feelings towards Sean now is almost like family. Whenever my dad talks to me about Sean, or like, oh, I met with Sean, or they called me, it's almost like, oh, a relative just called and they're checking up on us. It feels like that.
I established this law firm because our firm is able to get really close with our clients. We're a small firm and we're more personable and able to communicate directly with our clients in the Spanish language. I think a bigger firm, you kind of get lost through the cracks. We're very accessible to our clientele, and I prefer it that way. Immigration law is constantly changing. It isn't monthly, it's daily. There's always some new change that happens either by the executive branch, the administration, or a policy change. I belong to AILA, the American Immigration Lawyers Association, and I am constantly reading the hotlines and the news blasts on changes that happen weekly. I also keep in touch with other attorneys, and we share information on what the changes are. So just keeping ahead of the law is a major challenge. Immigration law is the most complex area of the law next to tax law. It's an abyss of information that's always in flux. I practice law in Nashville because Nashville is a great place to live, number one. Number two, it's a very diverse community full of culture and art, especially music. I play music, so it's very natural for me to be able to continue playing music, see music, but I also enjoy dealing with immigrants. There's a huge need for Spanish-speaking attorneys here, and I provide my services in both English and Spanish. Although we're located in Nashville, we've also got offices in Memphis, Knoxville, and Chattanooga. However, our practice is worldwide. We deal with consulates all around the world, anywhere from Thailand to London. As a federal practitioner, I practice in all immigration courts nationwide. I go to court in Los Angeles, Louisiana, Atlanta, not only just in Memphis. This book, written by John F. Kennedy, A Nation of Immigrants, was written many years ago. I think it was written in 1963. Many of the concepts in it are very relevant to today. JFK talks about his family being a family of immigrants from Ireland, but JFK does talk about the contribution of immigrants.
It is a proud privilege to be a citizen of the great republic, to hear its song sung, to realize that we are the descendants of 40 million people who left other countries, other familiar scenes, to come here to the United States to build a new life, to make a new opportunity for themselves and their children. I think it is not a burden, but a privilege.
All those groups of immigrants were treated very poorly, and I think today we're seeing a repeat of history that is very unfortunate. This country is founded by immigrants, and the welcoming of immigrants seems to be slowing down. And that's the reason I'll continue to fight for my clients' rights in court.